Mr. Gibson,
Yes, sir.
any thoughts on the horrible officiating in the WNBA? Boy, that was a great
I'm a,
lead in, wasn't it?
um, yeah, man, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's yeah.
And I think it's gotten worse.
I agree. I agree.
And why do you why do you think that is?
I think with exposure came. I don't think they were ready for the exposure, if I could say it like that, because it's always been bad,
Yes.
but now eyes are upon it, and so now it's being magnified.
And let me this this is kind of funny slash sad.
Hmm.
Ed Malloy is an NBA ref.
Yep.
Okay. He started officiating in the W
Okay.
before being what promoted to the NBA. During his time as a ref in the W, I remember clearly, I don't remember what game it was, but I remember clearly
Mhm.
Comets head coach Van Chancellor saying about Ed Malloy, he has to be the worst referee in the W. he,
Wow.
it,
Wow.
and to me, every time I see him Ed in the NBA, I think back to what Coach Chancellor, because he was bad in the W. Well,
Wow.
he just was not good. You know, his calls, the angles. So when he got the call to the NBA, I was like, what in the hell? Are y'all serious? Have y'all seen what this man does in the WNBA?
Right. Wow.
Man, it
Wow.
is bad. Timothy Taylor, thank you for chiming in. And it's a good question. I said this before you joined, Brother
Mm.
Gibson. Officiating is bad in the NBA. It's gotten worse.
Yep.
It's gotten worse in college.
Yep.
I think, and you give me your thoughts on this, I think a big factor in it is the old school refs have retired.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of younger, inexperienced officials who just aren't used to the pace, the calls, how to control a game. What say you, sir?
Scott Foster hadn't retired. I kid. I kid. I kid. I
And,
kid.
he's one of the
I know.
highest graded officials. Yet other folks
Woo.
other folks are wondering like how is that possible? But
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Um. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Back in the day, I mean, and I know the adage you should know a ref's name and
yeah,
you know the ref's name, and that's a problem. But I mean, what Daryl Garrettson and Hugh Hollins and um, Earl Strom.
Earl loved Earl Strong.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep,
So as you said, those guys. But then a lot of it, unfortunately, with the whole Tim Donahue
yep.
situation. And then even with if you go back a little further than that, the travel situation
Yep.
with the rebates on first class tickets and what have you. So yeah, that kind of depleted the roster, so to speak. And but like you said, now you have some guys. I'm at the games like in Cleveland, and I'm looking like, okay, now Zach Zarba, but then you see the two other people with him, and it's like, who,
Yeah.
who, who? Like he should be like, with all due respect, the look is this is a CYO ref. A Saturday at
Yeah.
at
And
the
go back to
at practice.
Timothy's question. They're coming from the G League.
Yeah,
That's where they're coming from.
yeah,
They're coming from the G League.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. The roster has to be replenished quickly. But how do you, it's almost like an oxymoron. It can't be replenished quickly because you want to have good refs, but as you said, the G League is the proving ground. So
And the female refs, they're inexperienced.
yeah,
So combine them with the male refs who are also inexperienced, you have a completely inexperienced crew calling NBA games, calling WNBA games, and you have to be in the right position.
yes,
You have your line of sight. It's a three-person crew they have to complement each other in the line of sight and the angles. Because the Kelsey Plum foul, well, excuse me, the non-call foul
Yeah.
Saturday against Liberty, how could you miss that? I
Yeah.
mean, so the baseline ref clearly was blocked by bodies, I guess, and didn't see it. Well, that means somebody outside free throw, excuse me, half court on the sidelines need to be in the right spot,
Yeah.
and they weren't. So that's a failure by 3 people. And that happens too often in the W. It still happens in the NBA. It happens in college.